In over the next few months, whether that is Trump or any financial institutions being like they're setting up a lot of their foundation when it comes to crypto right now. So I'm kind of seeing a lot of fluidity, volatility being put into the market while these foundations are being set. But why am I saying that? So, welcome everybody to Crypto Angles podcast number 80 something. My name is Kelita, Sahliah. If you're new, I combine astrology with the crypto market, astrology of the sky, not mainstream tropical astrology. Don't let that divert you, because just deep what's going on. So we're going to get into the technical analysis of what's going on in the markets for Bitcoin and XRP, but we're going to just take a look at the astrological story first and why I was saying what I was saying. So we've got Pluto right here today, the 4th of May, stationing retrograde, where in Capricorn. So many people may think, but Pluto's in Aquarius, and I shall show you exactly where it is on this day. We are going to search, what's the date? 4th of May, Europe. We're going to search Pluto and see where it is. So you can see I'm not gassing, it's showing exactly where it is. What can you see around there? It says cap, but no cap though. Constellation Capricorn, Pluto is in on this date. So I just thought I'd put that out there. That is where Capricorn is, and it will play a big role in what's going on in the crypto markets. If you know, we are moving our financial structure is moving. But in order for it to move, new foundations need to hold that. Okay, so this is where Capricorn is coming. We are transforming through these foundations. We are now retrograding. In this retrograde time, it's retrogrades offer a going back over on like basically what hasn't been done before. You've got the space and capacity to do it now. So when it comes to these foundations being laid, all that they were trying to do, the retrograde will allow them to go back in time and to redo, to complete all of these foundations for this stage before we station direct in October, the 14th of October 2025. Okay, so foundations are being built, laid. So just keep in mind, be aware of a lot may happen on the world stage when it comes to crypto, a lot of news headlines and things of that nature. People, I don't know, Trump may say more things about it, which brings, how can I put it, focus, concentration, or that direction into trust, that's the word I'm looking for, that more trust into the crypto market with things that they may come out with. Okay, so I am seeing potential movements with this Pluto energy alone. And when I say foundations, I'm not necessarily saying high movements. I am anticipating that, but it will be laying that foundation, and in laying that foundation we may get our highs, price going to certain high, getting pullbacks as well, because it's building up that structure. And this on the world stage will look like, oh gosh, this news has come out because they're now doing this with crypto. We're getting this propel going up higher. We're getting this pullback because of course we've moved, and so on and so on. So that essentially is what I'm seeing right now in terms of the long term for crypto. As you can see on here, we are well on our way to our bull run. We're just still turning slightly lighter moment by moment. So that is what's happening there. When it comes to the rest of this astrological placement, we do want to bring our awareness to the flower moon. I will be away this cycle. You girls going to Egypt, so there won't be a video out on Sunday. So I want to touch on this now, and when I get back, we can see how the market has moved. Video may come out on Thursday. So this flower moon, anyway, with it being in Libra, that's what I am focusing on. When it comes to our moon phases, price likes to it operates 5 days before and 5 days after. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my solar return. This is my solar return. Your girl is leveling up. But anyway, this full moon energy will start to come in. Full moon energy, price likes to find its support. So it could happen anytime between the 7th to 5 days after, till the Saturn's day. 7 to the 7, fascinating. Anyway, during this period, price should be trying to find its support. It could happen anytime on it, could be directly on the full moon and so on. Once it's clearly found its support, you can then expect to long the market if you're a position trader like that. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, for entertainment purposes only, but that's what you can expect. Like, price usually depending on the structure of the candles, once it's found its support, price will then like to be pulled up, be pushed up, because it's found its support. What we want to be aware of is if it's found a shelf of support and then falls through the support. So that's what we're going to be observing when it comes to Libra energy. Libra is the balance of the scales. So in May, are we balancing? Are we going to have that sell in May, walk away? Will it be that type of vibe where we're getting that full balance? Because we have just been downward in the market. We've just been going down, sideways, creating structure. Are we going to get that balance to be like, okay, we've gone down, are we now going to go up? So it's all speculative. We are just observing how the market is going to move. Libra is an air sign, so the potential of quick movements can happen there to create that balance we're ready to have in the market. So I did mention in my last video going on from our new moon that we may be just a bit sideways here until we reach our full moon. So that seems to have been happening. We had a little retracement, but it's pretty much been slight sideways, a little slow movement, some impulse movements, but that's it pretty much. So could this full moon, flower moon, be the one that activates the sell in May and walk away? Could we get that high propelling up, being pulled up into our new moon after finding our support, pulled up to potentially our all-time highs or higher? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Could this flower moon pull us up to closer to our all-time highs? For Bitcoin, closer to what? 110, 109k. For XRP, closer to like the $3 range. And could this new moon pull us up and higher out of that to activate the saying sell in May and walk away? Or will that saying be obsolete this year? Will it be obsolete? Will this flower moon, will we get a lower support, and could we just go lower? We don't know. So we're going to take a look at the technical analysis now quite quickly. That calendar is available on Etsy. Don't forget to use code LUMIN10 for 10% off. This is the digital one, this is the physical one, so do go and grab that. But let's take a look at the XRP first. No, we're going to take a look at the Bitcoin first. I've been told that my volume and sounds okay, being on the laptop audio, so we're just gonna keep that going anyway. So I added this white line here because this is our moon. This will be our full moon in Libra, and we're not quite there yet. So I added this line because I was wondering, are we going to move like into it? As you can see, we're in this parallel channel, which I did anticipate some resistance, and we're getting that resistance perfectly. So it's about breaking through this, finding support, and seeing how we go. So the question is, as we go into this full moon, will we get our full moon popping up like here in this zone, giving it the momentum to come out of this? If that's the case, we will need to wait for a break and retest to confirm. Okay, so do keep that in mind. But it is I feel it's moving quite healthy. We are back in this parallel channel that we've been in for a while, so we just need to break out of it. I'm liking now that the 200 is underneath all of these EMAs. Are these the EMAs or the SMAs? We can't remember. The EMAs. So it is supporting it well. We are getting a tiny little gap, but we're being supported. Can we hold that? That is the question. The RSI, we have gone up quite high. So again, it's like that hovering mentality. Will we get into the overbought region, or is this quite the high? Do we need to come back or move sideways for a bit longer until we fully enter into our full moon before continuing to be overbought? Or are we going to come back down lower before going into that? It's all speculative. So we have reached a new month, so I'm going to check out the monthly as well. We are like slowing down on the green, so again, it's just kind of showing me more sideward momentum building structure until that full moon kicks in and we can clearly find our support. It seems as if our support may come in around about this zone. Simple break and retest. Let's put on a horizontal ray. So oh gosh, should have put it here. As you can see, this zone was a little something because as price broke through, it came back and retested that. Can you see? Let's just zoom in a little bit more for you. This little squiggly thing kind of did it a little bit twice, but touched it quite perfectly. We then broke below it. Not so much structure there, however, you can clearly tell here it was its resistance level. We have broken through it, but we have not retested it. So is in essence, this 87k zone could be a potential if we're going to like retest that breakout zone, which would be healthy. We could have potentially, no, I wondered if we had any wicks to kind of retest it. Not really. So that is looking like a possibility if we cannot hold this on the daily, but I feel if it does retest that, it won't be long. And this could also keep its structure before just breaking out of here again. So keep that in mind. And of course, when we do break out, we could be reaching them highs if we're going to move with the moon. We could be reaching them highs. 105 was it? We could reach that and then retest the back of this, the top of this parallel channel. So keep all those things in mind for the B of the T of the C of the coin. I want to look on the monthly time frame just to see how we were getting on. How are we getting on? So April in and of itself was quite good. As you can see, we had quite a strong candle. Yes, we wicked quite low, but let's see our percentage of growth. 13%. 13% Bitcoin moved up at in the month of April, but we did have a quick 9% drawdown. So we've moved up 30% from the candle close after a 9% drawdown, which was interesting. But you can just look at this on the monthly and you can see how healthy this looks. Can you see? We've come up, breaking from this parallel channel that we were in. We broke out of it. We came back pretty much inside of it, but retesting this parallel channel, broke out, came back into it, retesting it, and it looks like we're ready to break out. So on a larger scale, you can clearly see it's ready to move, you know what I mean? But on a smaller scales, we've still got that little bit of foundation to create, but this is looking very healthy. Just up, down, break up, retest that zone, and ready to go back up again. So it's all looking good in the hood. You just have to hold on as to when exactly. Thou knoweth not the time nor the hour of thy coming of thy Lord. So anyway, on the W time frame, again, it's looking quite healthy. It's looking healthy. Like, that's all I can say. It's just like a waiting game now. We are in the run. We are in the run. And I'll be honest, if this wanted to move fully next year, I'd be more than content with that. Accumulation. But anyway, it's looking healthy. That's all I can say. I want to take a look on the smaller... Oh, wait, I'm back on the daily. I want to look at the 4-hour time frame, but... I just want to pull a fib, if that's all right. Where's my fib? Let's just hide you. Don't need you. Just from this zone to... Yes, I've pulled it the right way. Sometimes your girl gets a little confused. Girl gets just a little confused. So just pull in a buy fib from swing high to swing low on the wicks, not the candles. You can see right now we've popped into the golden pocket, but we are sat slightly above it. And fascinating, the golden pocket alone, majority of the golden pocket sits above of the parallel channel. So that's another confirmation, which is good to have. So yeah, really, ideally, we want to see Bitcoin at 69.07 to 101.8. If we range anywhere between the highs of 69 to the highs of 101k Bitcoin, we're sat in the golden pocket, which is positive. Okay, it's positive. Being in the golden pocket, great entries, etc., etc. We then, as long as we can stay in that, we are slightly underneath it now. So we just need that little bit of time to be in it and stay in it. Once we're fully in that, confirmation burp, you see, it's happening, people. Anyway, once we break out of the golden pocket and hit our buy zone, that 888 at 105k.4, Bob is your uncle. Bob is your uncle. From this swing high alone to this swing low, 130k Bitcoin can be the target. Yet we have still not reached our large cup and handle pattern price target, which is 120k Bitcoin. So that will be my first sight. There may be some resistance at that, but from this little sweep alone, 130k is in the store. So it's just anticipate, or just waiting, being patiently waiting to see how our moons are going to work. How are they going to work? Let's just pop them on. So yeah, clearly we had our resistance level there. What I would like to see with our full moon coming in is a higher full moon than this point. We don't want to go lower than this full moon. So that's what we're going to anticipate and keep our eye on. So I'm going to put this full moon here. Could we hit around about this zone? Like, the moon comes in a little bit lower, okay? So I've said this orange line potentially may be the lowest we retrace back to if we do. However, we are close to the golden pocket. Our EMAs, SMAs could hold us to keep us into the golden pocket. So keep that in mind. This pullback may not happen, but the way the moon appears, it may be like here and then continue on up. So put in on our SMAs now. What I don't like on the daily is that the 200 is still above the 50. Is it 50? Yeah. So it needs to cross over. This, over the few days, this could be going into our full moon. once we get this cross, that could give the momentum to pull it up as well. But it's essentially that is what I am seeing. How high could we go if we're going to break through all the fibs? Potentially a 200k Bitcoin, I feel, is possible. Maybe not on this exact move, like not like right now, maybe further down the line, going into, gosh, next year. But I do see a 200k Bitcoin as a possibility. Anyway, we've been talking too long about this. XRP. XRP's in a hizzy. Okay. So again, we're getting our resistance level here at the moon. That's coming in. I put in these two white lines on my last video because I'm like, we may stay at that point, like the lowest $2.15, the highest $2.17, but that could be a little bracket we fall into. So we want to just keep in mind, like, are we going to stay above the $2.15 range? And again, similar to Bitcoin, where will our full moon come in? This is a little different to Bitcoin. Our 200 is underneath both of them, which is good. It's healthy. We're getting our 50 starting to slope up. So this could be the momentum possibly needed to hold XRP with where it's at. Where's our full moon? It's the teens, isn't it? So I'm getting it right. The 12th. I'm wondering if our full moon could come in here, potentially a higher point than this one, showing the support before continuing up. So when it comes to XRP, I'm glad we've made a higher high than this point, but for a more solid like confirmation, I'd like to see we need to get to that $2.60 and close above it for at least 3 days. That $2.60 region, getting above this zone, because on the larger scale it seems as if we've just created a higher low. We've created a lower low, a higher low. Will we go and create another low? So that's what I want to keep in mind. Can we hold that, or no, or yes? The RSI is looking a bit more healthier than Bitcoin though for upward momentum, because we are still above the 50. I mentioned in my last video we could come back down, retest close to this zone. Like, it's a simple breakout and retest. Resistance level came back down, broke out, and we've come and retested this level. But have we fully? Do we have a little bit down to go to retest it properly before continuing up? Like, Bitcoin was all the way up here, but XRP is down here. So it's just telling me XRP has a lot of momentum. It's getting ready to build up on. So this is fascinating. Again, it's just showing, are we going to be just a little bit slow sideways until our full moon starts to kick in, the full moon energy from this point onward? So the next few days may be a bit sideways as this is slowing down. We may touch a little bit of red. It may show a tiny bit of red before another high. Like, you see how it happened here, a little bit of red, and then goes back into green. That's what could happen. Or we could fully go into the red. Like, the way this looks, it looks like it's hanging off a cliff. Looks like it wants to drop lower. However, I generally feel we are in the phase where it seems as if we're going to go lower. Small retracements are definitely bound to happen, but it really feels we're in that phase where the market makers are trying to push you out, keep you low, keep you doubtful, and then all of a sudden, pew, we're off. Like, it happens time and time again. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. Let's just take a look at the monthly to see what's going on. So not as much as a strong candle as Bitcoin. We definitely had more of a drawdown than Bitcoin compared to XRP. Not much momentum. The volume is not there. It's really not there, but you can TAL is building up for something, like the way the RSI and everything compared to Bitcoin. Something is being put into this and it's coiling up. So something I'm noticing here, which is looking quite healthy on the monthly time frame, is we are following this 8 nicely. So this could give us the support needed. We've come up, you know, it's like, because we've come up so much because XRP has been suppressed, there's no need to come back and retest this 89 cent zone. Like, we shouldn't need to do that. So this 8 could hold it when it comes to the monthly time frame. Let's look at the RSI. So the RSI on the monthly, my only question would be, will it want to come back down to retest this a little bit more before going on up? I know the monthly RSI is a bit harder to look at. Yeah, are we just going to slow down, come a bit slow in the green and then go back up again? It's not so accurate, but let's take a look at the W time frame. So this W time frame, okay, what's holding it on the W as well? We are being held by the 8 right now. So I feel with XRP, it is at a crucial zone. We need to hold this level, okay? If we don't hold this level, that pullback, will that be a devil wick to like that $1.30 to $1.50 range? I'm not entirely sure, but could that happen? Could that happen? Will it be like we're pushing the people out for the last time? Looking on the W time frame though, we could get full support off of this zone. If you notice back here in 2020, look left, it's giving me confidence we won't be like dipping into low lows when it comes to the W time frame RSI. If anything, we're doing a little break and retest here. We broke out, will we come back, retest that, and then go on up again and eventually cross over this moving average? So I'm not really entertaining like lows in the RSI on the higher time frames, unless we cannot hold that. So again, it's just confirmation, sideways movement. We're turning lighter in the red on the W time frame. Yeah, these aren't really getting ready to turn yet, but as we slow down on the red, again, it's just slow movements, building structure, getting ready to cut up. Yeah, reset chart. Just reset chart view. Make life simpler for me. We're on the daily. Yeah, like I said, if we get a lower moon, then it's like, jeez, what's going on? If we really go and retest the top of this parallel channel like Bitcoin did, it's like, what's going on? However, perfect time to get back in. But then I would be really perplexed if it is to do that. But the market makers will do what the market makers want to do to get the lowest price they want to have. So come on, I'm trying to move you. Doesn't want to do it. Yes, there we go. So all the blue lines at the top are simply my price targets, but I want to get rid of this one and add this one on just to see how this is coping on the daily, and we'll pull our fib. This is coiling up to some next level. Look. Right, price is looking like it's underneath the yellow, but it's holding on, it's in between. So this is coiling up again. It's all literally just coiling up right now. So sideward momentum, not much movement, coiling, and we just need to get above this. if we struggle to get to that $2.60 and hold it, if we struggle to get out of this zone, we could be coming lower. But again, even if we do come lower, we do have the 200 to hold us. So this could potentially be our lowest point, $1.70. If we break below this, can't hold it, this $1.99, $2 zone could be our next support if we can't hold it. But like I says, our full moon is coming in, which should give us the support and the momentum for continuation. We just need to observe, will it be a weak full moon where we get a little support and breakthrough, or will it be a strong full moon, Libra energy, creating that balance, bringing it up to balance, closing above that $2.60 region. So let's pull our fib, and then my mouth is getting tired. So we're going to close. I'll just take a quick peep at the DXY, but we're swinging from our swing high to swing low. See what's going on. So unlike Bitcoin, the bit of the coin, we are not, we're nowhere near the golden pocket. And as I says, us closing above that $2.60, well, really it's $2.70 that we need, but $2.60 above these 2 points would be great. Us closing in the $2.70 region, we are in our golden pocket. So their targets we want to be keeping in mind. We do want to get into that golden pocket, or at least here first. If we can get here, so if it's not $2.60, if we can get to that $2.50 and close, that will be positive. It will be positive. Okay, so keep that in mind. $2.50 for stronger confirmation, $2.60 for even stronger, $2.71. Getting back into that golden pocket, but they're the zones we want to keep an eye out for. And when it comes to our lows, if we break below $2.15, then your next price observation will be $2, okay, to hold. So they're the price targets to keep an eye out for. So yeah, that's basically it. I don't feel there's much need going on the smaller time frames. I was going to, but I don't feel there's much need. Keep them price targets in mind when it comes to Bitcoin and XRP, and we'll see how they move. Will it honor the full moon, give that nice support, or will it not? Will it not? But do let me know your thoughts. What are you seeing yourself? Make sure you grab this calendar. Support your girl by just simply liking the video, please, and sharing. You don't even have to share it to anybody, but just copy the link, and YouTube will think like, oh, you're sharing it out, and they'll automatically post the video out to more people. So help your girl out. A like don't cost much. I intend this gave you more structure, support. A video won't be out next Sunday because I'll be in Egypt. But keep these targets in mind, and we'll review it Thursday. Okay? Okay. So with that being said, one quick look at the DXY. Yeah, again, more room to go up, but Bitcoin went up a lot more. But also room to go down. Similar to crypto, hovering, you know, we may try and retest this again if we're pushed down, but there is room to go up as well. Like, I feel they're moving similar because, again, Trump being in office, it's not exact, but there's similarities. But anyway, my breath is tired, my voice is tired, I need to go. So support your girl if you would like, and I'll see you in about 13 days. Anyway, Angel out. Bye.